Good morning, good evening, and good night, wherever you are. And welcome to Requiem for London Chronicles, the City of Martyrs. And we begin our scene with kindred. What some consider weaker kindred or lesser bloodline. Banshees, as they are called, heading towards the hidden market to meet up with others of their bloodline to discuss the future of the Banshees and London itself. And as these kindred go to the hidden alleyway where the magician's knob resides, they feel and discover, as every other kindred has, the moonlight biting at their skin, causing confusion, headaches, itchiness on their flesh. And as they go towards the hidden alleyway, they see before them a city brand new, empty of kindred, fresh. The mortals are comfortable, happy. They see before them posters of the enlightened scattered throughout the city. They see the neighborhood watch, smiling, greeting civilians, gesturing a sense of comfort, security amongst the populace. As our characters proceed further, they discover the hidden alley itself, marked with special ruins, special symbols that only those of the true sight, those of the hidden world of darkness, know or understand. And as they proceed down this kind of alleyway, they discover before themselves this market, this vast market that seems to just open up in this sort of hidden alleyway or structure. It's underground, it's vast, and as they look upon it, they see before them all sorts of creatures, entities, magic, glyphs, undead. The beast itself is confused at the senses and smells they see before them. And we will zoom in on our characters. This wonder, this miracle is brought before them.
Are you sure this place is safe? Oh, Bannon.
He'll smirk. Safe as long as you're with me.
Oh, good then. I'm glad I'm with you, because this is a very strange place. Although, are we still under the moonlight, or are we undercover?
It's undercover. This should, funny enough, as you go into the alleyway, you think, oh, you're between buildings and the moonlight should shine through, but no, it's as if you are underground suddenly. And as you look up to the sort of ceiling, you see bricks before you and kind of cloth sort of canopies and rugs that seem to be scattered around the place, but you can't quite see the rooftop itself. But you're protected from the moonlight.
Well, thank God the moon's covered up here, though. I've never felt that before. That's very, very strange.
He'll shrug and just go towards his knob.
So you know where you're going then, O'Bannon, and I follow O'Bannon.
Yeah, like this guy, you can see like this place is very strange, and this guy is walking around a bit like he's one of the others. Like anybody else around, he's just like super.
Even as a kindred, your sense of pleasure and taste is dead. But even in this place, your beast is excited, the strange sense of foreign blood, different blood. And you walk around and you see these bizarre creatures. You see sort of a half lizard man, a sort of zombie walk by, but no one seems to pay attention. No one seems to care. You even accidentally slightly trip over a snail, a large snail that seems to be just crawling on the floor. And as you trip, the snail looks at you and goes, "Oh, don't worry about it, mate," and carries on.
What the fuck was that?
Yeah, it's a large snail. It's always around the market. It greets you with a sort of smile and says, "Don't worry about it." And as you proceed through the market, this continues. Madness, this bizarreness.
Sasha kind of smirks at Aiden. Really, a big giant lizard man just walked by, and you're wondering what the big snail is. He chuckles.
It seems a bit strange, but to be honest, the big lizard man's more normal than a fucking snail that's talking back to you.
I must confess, Lewis, do you have folklore as a speciality?
I have got no, I haven't got folklore. I've got a cult.
What level? What level?
A cult 3.
Oh, that's high. Oh, for fun, I'll let you have that. Yeah, you have heard stories. You have heard like children's stories of the snail, of like an ancient old snail. That is, it's always a symbol for wisdom, a symbol of an entity that always appears in stories, but it's never a main character. It's always an obscure thing in the background. And you just take note of that. It's not a massive thing. You just seem to take note of that as a reference. Perhaps it gives you an idea for a story of your own. You're not sure. And it is weird because as soon as you kind of look for the snail or see the snail again, it's already gone. But as you proceed further, unless you got any further reaction, it's a minor thing. It's a minor.
As this lizard guy goes past and snail goes past, Aiden just looks around. Like, have you fed off any of these fuckers yet? Do you know what they taste like?
And he'll stop. Huh. Never really thought about it.
Wow. We can feed off our supernaturals, you know. So, well, we don't want to make ourselves unwelcome, but in the future.
And he'll smoke gets a bit bigger. Could be fun.
Could be.
As you perceive the market, and these ideas and concepts come in your head about new flavors, new sensations, new tastes. Nelson, there's a difference in the market as from before, and what you notice is posters that seem to be nailed on the pillars that seem to support the marketplace itself. And these notice they're quite large and written in very sort of large words. And these posters you recognise, they're the posters that they're very similar to the enlightened posters that you saw outside. But the wording is different, the language is different. And it simply says, New London, Free London, Safe London, Rewards, Safety, Sanctuary for all those that bring in the blood drinkers, leeches, the cursed and damned in this wonder of London, the wonder of UK. Purge the evil, save the city. And it has details, information, contact numbers underneath the poster. And you do notice people walking by, they're being polite, they're used to kindred now, they're used to sort of your kind coming through. And walking past the posters, not making any fuss, not making noise. But these posters you see scattered around the place, and they're nailed in with these heavy, sort of rusted nails.
Wow, it seems like people have noticed we're here already. Have you seen these before?
Weren't here last time I came, and it was like 2 days ago.
Well, who do you think put these up?
The Enlightened, maybe. Kind of looks like the posters from the Enlightened, although a bit different.
And these are the fuckers that got rid of the vampires in the first place.
That's what I heard.
Wow, it looks like they're not being too slow trying to do it again.
And he'll look at the poster. Guess we're still on the naughty list.
I think we're always going to be on the naughty list, seeing as what we are. But anyway, let's go in this magician's knob penis, whatever it's called, if you just lead the way you've been there before.
He'll just keep going on like towards the little special named place.
The special name. No, you got to say it, Nelson. You got to say it. Everyone.
The Mage's anus.
The magician's
The
knob.
Mage's anus.
Everyone has to say it, Lewis. Nelson, sorry.
The magician's knob.
The magician's knob. Everyone says it. Everyone says the magician's knob. That's the way it works. We're playing serious role play here. Right. As you proceed to this establishment, Lewis, what was it called again?
The Magician's Knob.
There we go. Okay. You see before you this bar, this pub, and it's large and uncanny, and it's sort of built into the column that seems to support the whole market. That supports the roof of the whole market. And not only does it support it, you see this massive coiled dragon entity above the windows, and its scales envelop and circle the establishment at the column itself. And its head, the dragon's head, seems to just rest above the door and greet you with these great big sort of red eyes that gleam down upon you.
Is it moving?
Nah. You don't have all specs, but as you've said that, and as you've made a point of it,
yeah, like Aiden's going to be looking at this, thinking,
this wits, composure, plus your blood potency, but minus, let's say 4, due to the strangeness of it.
Okay, so
should I send people the invite to the group for roll to roll dice? Or
yeah, actually, if you can do that.
I'll post it in the chat, and anyone that wants to roll, please tell me, because I'll tell you how to do it. It's a lobby. Sorry, by the way, I should tell this to other people watching. There is a certain lobby that people can log into and roll dice on, and we'll give further details as asked. So,
actually, to speed things up, if you roll for me on there, and then at least
I'll roll for you now. So, what is your composure, wits plus blood potency, but minus 4?
So, composure 3, wits 3, and blood potency. Where is it on my sheet?
I think that's quite high as well, actually. So you might actually do quite well here.
Where? I can't see it. Where the hell is it? Blood potency
I know what blood potency is. I know your blood potency.
It's blood potency 3, so it's right in front of me.
You can gain normal success if you want, or I can roll to see if you can get extra success.
Roll those bones, baby.
Roll those bones. Roll those bones. Okay, rolling dice. By 1 extra dice. Right, 3 successes. Right, so that's quite good. Yeah, you know what? You look at it and you stretch out with your beast. That entity, the creature that protects you, guides you, and as you smell and as you observe, yes, the dragon is still, doesn't seem to move, but as you look at the structure, as you kind of push your beast against the structure, you expel that essence, that entity that guides you, controls you, perhaps. You're never sure. You realize your vision kind of clears slightly, and you see the fact that, yeah, the dragon is moving. It is alive. It seems to not only envelop the top of the coil or the body, it seems to be there, and as if it's looking down at you, waiting for you to enter, as if you're walking into its mouth itself, this dragon, this entity. But everyone else seems to be calm, as if they don't notice, as if they don't care, as if nothing is of concern. But as quickly as this entity emerges, or you see it, it settles and becomes a part of the building again. It's as if some weird illusion is around you.
As Aiden looks at this and his beast breaks through the illusion, just momentarily, and he actually sees what kind of monstrosity is on top of this pub, he will just go, "Hello there." Give it a friendly nod. Go.
Yep, nothing happens or occurs as that happens.
Hey, Bannon, have you noticed that?
I'll look at it. Oh yeah, stayed there. That's when I come in.
Well, I think we best be careful here. I think if we cause any trouble in there, this thing would be waiting for us outside.
Nelson, he looks like a crazy man, talking to like a pub, as if the pub is something gonna attack you later.
I mean, the first time I saw it, he thought it might be alive, like in character, out of character.
Yeah. This is all suspicious, but Lewis's character is the first one to really react. But as you both get closer, there seems to be all these kind of markings and rules at the doors. And it's all these rules, and then different languages, different ruins. Funny enough, Lewis, due to your cult and other abilities, you do understand quite a few of them. The languages are very ancient, very old, very ancient sort of formulaic kind of languages. But they all describe the same thing: neutrality, truth, trade. The laws are enforced, the laws you abide as you enter this premises or around this premises. These are the laws you must acknowledge. And with that, you may enter the pub and enter the bar unattained or unhattled. And as you do, you see before you...
Let go first through the dragon.
Yeah, and as you do enter the dragon or the magician's pub, it's a similar scene as it is outside, but more condensed, more confusing, more entities, strangeness, creatures, bizarreness, undead, lizard men, snails, some creatures that seem to be out of phase or out of shift of your own reality. Your beast is so confused and unsure where or what it is or what's going on. And as you all enter, there's a brief moment of acknowledgement from the group or people in the pub. They seem to ignore it, seem to not care, and carry on with their duty. It's a very loud, sort of rowdy sort of bar or establishment. And there is music playing in the background.
As Aidan looks around, is it the same kind of people that were in the market or in the pub?
Yes, but more condensed, more weird, more stranger, basically.
Wow, this does seem to be quite a nice little place here.
I know, all kinds of interesting people. Look at that guy, he's all liquid. And he on point here.
Whatever you make up, it's there. There's a guy made of, he's water. He's literally like this man, individuals completely made of water.
Fuck me, my sire would love this place.
I'm sure they would.
Wow.
I like this place.
Half the crazy shit he talks about seems to be having a drink in this fucking room.
Oh, actually, you don't need to roll for this, Lewis, but actually half the stuff your sire has mentioned or talk about, it's here. The creatures that you thought they were legend or fairy tale or whatever they see, they're here. They're there and they're drinking a pint of Guinness. It's that sort of madness.
Well then, let's go and get a drink. Is there someone I should speak to in here? I mean, who's the guy in charge?
Sasha will look for the guy that's was at the bar last time. The guy that kind of turned the other girl into a frog.
Oh, yeah. You actually, to just change things up, you see him, and he's not at the bar. He seems to be on the second level of the bar. And at this point, he's singing. He actually seems to be singing with another group or another crowd along the bar. And actually, they seem to look like him. They're individuals. They seem to be wearing suits. Others wearing a cloak with a sort of hood. They all seem to have these same sort of glowing eyes. And they all seem to be singing some very old sort of art song. Actually, Lewis, you'd recognize it. It's an old English song, an old sort of sea song, Yo He My Daddy, or Yo He Upon the Sail. A very old sort of English sort of song. They seem to
if I wanted to sing along, what would I have to roll to sing along to the song?
Ooh. Oh God, I might actually have to look that one up. That's expression, I think. I think presence and expression. I'm sure that exists. I'm sure that's in the actual thing. Hold on, I'll just have to look 1 second. Empathy. Yes, that would be expression. Definitely.
Well, then I've got presence. I've got presence 3, and I've got expression 1.
Yeah,
So,
let's just roll those bones. Did you want to roll them on the actual page?
you keep doing it. It speeds things up.
Keep doing it? Okay. Nice.
So
This will be
4 dice.
4 dice.
For better or for worse, Aidan will look up at the main guy singing, and he'll just start singing along this old English song.
Oh, that's really exceptional. You.
That's actually what tell him.
You can't spend willpower at any point as well. I just don't. No, don't worry.
Is it a bad roll?
No. Just it's not bad. I haven't rolled it yet. Here we go. 3 8s. Not bad. 1 1. 3 8.
Yeah.
So that's 3 successes. See, Lewis, give me our old sea chanty. Sing away.
Fucking hell. Okay, how about this one? Here's a due to all judges and juries, justice and Old Bailey too, for they bound me to King George's army. Adieu to old England, adieu. For now across the seas I wander, to stand to the red, white and blue, for they gave me the old king's hard bargain. Adieu to old England, adieu.
As you're singing this, suddenly the group upstairs changed their tune and adapt to you, and it carries louder and louder as the room kind of just starts like this, louder and echoey. And after the sort of tune finishes with their final note.
Before it finishes, I'll just say Sasha kind of starts dancing along to the tune.
Oh yeah. Feel free to dance. Just by the way, as a separate note, Emily, your character is in the bar already. Simply said, in the background, waiting, whatever, and you hear this melody happening in the background. Okay. We'll get to you in one moment. But as this happens, yes, he looks to you and he just sort of goes and smiles, quite a thick smile. You see his pearly teeth, and his eyes grow sort of slightly brighter and bluer, and he actually just jumps from the upper banisters and jumps down and lands on the ground in front of you. No, not land, sort of as if he should land heavy, but he doesn't. He kind of as if lands on a cloud. He sort of just lightly sort of lands as if there's nothing there and greets you, just goes, finally, one of your kind that knows to sing or tune.
Well, if you've been around long enough, it's good to pick up a song or two. Are you the barkeep here?
The name is Ashwood, Mage Supreme, Master of Space and Time and Matter.
That's a grand title you've got for yourself there. But seeing as it seems like you jump on clouds and you've got a fucking dragon guard in your front door.
You'll also turn into a frog if you piss him off.
Really?
Oh, no, don't. You flatter me, sir. I'm a humble servant, that's all. A mere administrator of the magician's knob. That's all.
Well, I've heard good things about you and this place. Although, of course, I've never been here before. This is my first time in your fair city now.
Well, as I've said to all, you're more than welcome. The first drink is on the house. Enjoy yourself. Revel. Have a good time. That's what this place is for. As long as you don't cause a fuss or trouble, keep the rules in your mind, and we'll all be glad of you here.
I read your rules in about 5 different languages in the front door, so I think you're in great.
As you can see, we have to deal with quite a few different customers here. But where are you about? I can tell the accent.
From Derry, Northern Ireland.
North. It's so long since I've been out. But it's so good to hear a friendly voice, especially one of your kind.
Why? Have we been giving you trouble recently, or just bringing you down?
Well, we've had one of your kind come in declaring himself sheriff. We've had other one come in using their abilities and disciplines.
What the fuck?
We've had another one come in causing some ruckus us. 10 years, nothing happens, and in the past 4 to 5 days, your kind pop in and fucking give me nothing but a pain in my ass.
I didn't start that trouble when I was here. That other bitch did.
Oh, of course, my good mate. That's why you're not in a jar right now.
Is this not? Are you actually not talking shit? Did you actually really turn a kindred into a fucking frog?
No, details. That's not the point. Come. And he kind of gestures you towards the bar and moves you towards the bar. Of course. Oh, by the way, you do see all these waitress or these sort of people that are serving behind the bar and around the bar, and they seem to be these kind of very small women, sort of 5 foot to 4 foot sort of high. And they seem to be going around the place in roller skates. They seem to be just sort of hovering around the place in roller skates, serving people drinks, picking up drinks. And they seem very friendly and nice. And it's weird. They're sort of dressed in a kind of 1950s sort of style. Very sort of bushy sort of skirts and bizarre sort of tops. And they seem to be greeting people and being happy people. And of course, they're very expert. They seem to move around you as if you weren't there.
Where the hell did you get these girls from?
Oh, they come with the establishment. Been here for a long time. They're mistresses, but they serve well.
Well, they seem to be doing their job pretty good. Well, I'll have my first free drink then.
What can I serve you? I must warn you. What you ask, very important to first impressions.
I'm a fucking bloodsucker. If you're guy I think that would actually mean I can drink it and keep it down without puking it up in about 45 minutes, that would be grand.
You know what? For you, I'm happy to serve my finest. Due to your melody, due to your singing earlier. Something I kept on reserve for special customers. I got a feeling that you're going to be one of my very special.
Okay.
And with that, he pats his hand on the bar, and as he pats his hand on the bar, drink falls from like the roof or the ceiling of the bar, and it flops onto the table or the bar in front of you, and the drink mystically kind of just fills itself. It fills itself with a red liquid that, again, your kindred senses just kick in and instantly recognize as vitae or blood. And by God, it smells good. Oh, it smells so nice. It smells so fresh, so wonderful, so sweet, so exotic. Even your beast is quite excited. By the way, Nelson, Emily, you pick up the smell.
It's like flies to a piece of shit.
It's like you're in a room that's only black and white, where this drink is just coloured. It's filled with a bright red colour.
Aidan will get the glass and he'll bring it close to him. And I'm so sorry, what's the barkeep's name again?
Oh, Ashwood.
Ashwood would notice a kindred's reaction to blood. His entire, like, the beast will come to the fore. His eyes will change. He'll look a bit more predatory as he takes the glass, and he'll just. Where did you get this from?
Well, we trade in all sorts here. We accept all forms of currency. Some quite different to the usual price mortals delve in.
So somebody sold you their blood?
As I said, we accept all kinds of currency here. We have to meet quite a lot of peculiar demands.
You're a fucking mage. Who the fuck would give you their own fucking blood?
We have strict rules about blood and personal body parts. Strictly for not the working use.
So it's
clients only.
So you're a man that actually follows your own rules. You don't do as you say and not do as you do.
Right. At this point, roll me a This would be a wits and empathy, but -4 because he's good at what he does.
Okay, I've got wits 3, empathy 2, so that's 5. So it's 1 dice.
1 dice. Okay. Interesting. Let's see what happens. You've been rolling very well this evening. Let's see if you roll.
Actually, I'll use a willpower point.
Oh, for God's sake. Okay. So you add 3 to the dice roll.
Okay.
So that's 4 dice in total. But -1. Make a note of -1.
Okay.
2 successes. Okay. 8 and a 9. 8 and a 9. Okay. As you say that, as you make a point of strict neutrality, enforcing.
Hold up the glass, pointing.
And he holds the glass. He holds his face very tight, very firm, very sort of trying to keep happy and smiling. But there's a sense of anger. There's a sense of absolute anger and hatred. A sense of, oh, he would love to get his hands on blood and hands on the clientele and hands on the produce, but he can't. There's a frustration. You get this real strong glimmer from him, a sense of frustration. The sense I will give to you, because you've got 2 successes, like a genie, something with ultimate power, yet somehow is bound in some way. And this is the sensation. This is the emotion you gain from him.
Okay. I like the look in your eyes there. It seems like you're an honest man.
I've always been quite honest and upfront to my clientele. We trade with our produce. I don't personally have access. Why would I want to drink your blood or anyone else's?
Oh, very good then. And with that, he'll just down what's left of the blood.
Oh, it's wonderful.
It tastes so beautiful.
In some ways,
he can't have it in front of him and talk. He needs to drink it.
You kind
like
of talk
a crack
like
with a
drown
big
yourself.
pint of crack.
It's the best vitae you've ever had in your life. It's like a young, nubile, rare blood type that you never even thought existed, let alone could have. And it's so fresh, so wonderful. And you lick the glass clean. You don't even realise you've done it, but you've just sort of done it.
Actually, no, that'd be quite funny if he's actually like.
Yeah, you do. It's so.
I lose myself to the beast for a little moment and just like do everything. Like maybe even get some glances from the barkeep and from Ashwood and the other people.
Everyone, of course.
I see a vampire actually losing it a little bit, like.
Yeah. And at this point, to interrupt slightly. We'll say a certain other individual approaches the bar and gestures for our 2 younger characters to move away, or we'll speak to Nelson and Emily. And we'll literally get to you in one moment as your characters move off. But we'll carry on with Lewis just for now. Oh, no, actually, Lewis, we'll leave you with talking to Ashwood for now.
Okay.
And we'll interrupt that as another character comes in and gestures for his 2 young children to come to the other side of the bar, leaving to your bloodlust, to your sort of taste. Wonderful frenzy. If that's okay with you, Lewis, because I know you may be sure.
That's fine.
Is that fine? Okay. And with that, we see our 2 younger kindred meeting each other, discussing each other. You've met each other before. Before this invitation is given to you. So, how do you 2 react to each other?
Well, can you guys hear me?
Yep.
You can? Okay.
Yeah.
Astrid will watch the 2 come into the bar, sit down at the bar, and start chatting with. First start singing with Ashwood, and she'll be like, "Oh my god, those dips!" But eventually, just kind of chuckle and go back to drinking her drink, and then she'll see them like chatting with Ashwood. I'm guessing, like, do I have to make a roll just to see like that kind of facial change in Ashwood?
You'd have to be. It has to be one-on-one. It has to be a one-on-one thing. From a distance,
Got it.
You just can't quite tell it. It's a separate role.
I would just
You can tell there's something.
Like, okay, maybe it's time to like grab somebody.
You can tell there's definitely something going on with Ashwood and your elder kindred relation in the distance. Something's happening there, but you don't know more. Don't you?
Okay. Well, then it'll just be at that point that I'll go up, clap my hand on my dear old brother's shoulder, and go, Sacha, when did you get into town?
About 2 days ago. And he'll like open his arms wide.
All right. You been keeping yourself out of trouble?
Trying, but trouble finds me.
Right.
See, right here, 2 nights ago when I got here, bitch tried to jump me, and then he'll look towards Ashwood. That guy turned into a frog.
Wait, what? Somebody got turned into a frog?
Yeah, kindred too. Some Cappadocian bitch kept going on about how she wanted to do things with me. Said no, didn't like reject. He'll stop when she.
Look at the frog in the glass. Since I did feel that predatory aura when I first came in, do I feel that same aura?
Yeah, exact same. That smell of death, that stench of decay. It's the exact same, but it's more focused and it's in a jar.
Oh, do I feel that? The frog in the jar?
Right, so yes, you feel the exact same presence. It's a jar on the bar. And you see, if you do examine or look at it, it's a frog. And it's a frog with kind of this deathly sort of skull-like face and fangs.
I mean, it's the same frog I saw last time, right? I saw in his hands.
Critical point, it goes ribbit. Ribbit. That's it.
Sasha looks at it and does the little when you wave with your fingers. Kind of taunting it. There
Never
she
got
is.
to meet that one.
If you try to pick up the jar, touch it whatsoever, it's stuck there. It doesn't move. It doesn't change.
No, he doesn't know how to pick it up. He's just like waving at it, at the frog.
Right. So, it does appear we have some business on the other side of the bar.
Good. Let's go.
Yeah. And she'll walk over there.
Okay. As you proceed to the other side of the bar, you kind of. It's an old sensation, an old familiar feeling of the blood pulling on you, and it's the feeling of the blood commanding you almost. And as you go to the corner of the bar, very dark corner of the bar, of course, you can see the glowing, glittering eyes of your sire. You recognize these eyes before. You've seen these eyes before. Very judging eyes, very disappointed eyes. And as they look at you, they simply look towards 2 seats in front of you, as if to gesture for you both to sit, to listen.
She'll sit.
Sasha sits.
Well then, my children, it's been a long time since I've seen you.
Yes, sir.
Don't look too fucking disappointed. I invited you here. You should be happy. We're reclaiming London, don't you know?
Yes, I have heard. And also news of a self-proclaimed sheriff already in town.
That bitch.
Bollocks, I say.
Bollocks indeed.
He had the authority of council. Yeah, he was a consul instead of council.
At this point, his bright eyes do kind of shine towards you, Nelson, your PC. Just goes, so what information did you gather now about our dear friends from the Crimson?
I didn't get that.
What information did you gather now about our dear friends from the Crimson?
Well,
Apparently, they want to. Looks like they want to have all of freaking London to themselves. Want to come here and investigate this place, and that Sheriff Dush says he has the authority of the Crimson Council.
and has
They
no
all-
qualms with interrogating anybody and anyone.
Try to interrogate me.
He tried too. I told him to move back a few stools.
The thing is, children, they all say they have authority. They all say they have power. But it comes down to nothing. It takes will, force, and a bit of money. That's what creates kingdom. That's what creates realms of kindred. Take no notice of this sheriff. He means nothing. His power is nothing. There is no kindred crimson in this city. It belongs to us. Take note of that.
Yes, sir.
Sasha just nods.
He looks distracted as he's kind of looks above you and looks towards the bar area. And you can tell he's looking at his brother or younger brother, your uncle, acknowledging that he seems to be talking at the bar and talking away. And then looks back to you, going, I need you to be focused. I need you to be riled, ready for the fight. That's your purpose. That's your point in the banshee. You're my spears. You're my swords. You're the ones that will bring the banshee wrath back to the kindred. You seem to be getting soft, weak. He kind of glares at you, the way you're talking, the way you seem to be enjoying yourselves in this bar, in this pub. Are you up for something? A fight? A mission?
Yes, sir.
Good. There's a particular place I need you to investigate. Look at. See with your own eyes. A place of death. A place filled with the damned. Highgate Cemetery. The enlightened have claimed it as their own. Claimed a kindred homestead, haven as their own. Ah! Laughable. This place holds secrets. And they're not only secrets, but gold, money, valuables that we need if we wish to run London, control it as we used to. You need to find this. You need to discover this and bring it back. And if you don't fucking bother. Come back. Do you understand me now?
Yes, sir.
Oh, sir.
We need the gold they have there. I know it's there. Hidden bars of the stuff. Whatever information you can gather, I'll leave that to you. Transport facility personnel, I'll leave that to you. You're responsible enough. You're old enough, aren't you?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Good. Now come. Don't be so scared. Tell me of your day. How have you been in this fine city?
Well, the moon bites. Others try to bite.
Hey, and he'll point towards the frog. Recognize her?
Sorry, did you point to the frog? Yeah, he knows.
Yeah, and he asks the sorry, recognize her?
Yeah, he nods and he smiles, and you don't need to roll for this. It's as if his business face has kind of come down slightly, and he goes into his more social sort of. You hate it when he goes into his business mode, but he does it. And he just sort of smiles. Yeah, that's silly. She did the same thing on me, but she's learned better. Thought she could pull it on you, my young'un. This is the worst place to do that kind of shit.
See, you'd think that the big scar on my face would stop start making the women want to touch me, but she wanted to touch me. Said no, then turned into a frog. He'll chuckle.
That scar on your face is to teach you a good lesson. A lesson I hope you remember for the rest of eternity. Same as one of mine. He gets annoyed as you make jest of the scar on your face, as if that's just like. He points it out. And I think at this point, we'll just pause the conversation and go to our other kindred, who seems to be quite happy, not in this awkward, bizarre sort of kindred relationship that's happening right now. As he's continuing talking to his somewhat new friend Ashwood. And due to your roles and successes, you've just had a few light conversations, and you're just having a fun time. You're talking about the strange creatures there, the strange entities, and he seems quite friendly with you. Any details or anything of concern, he always keeps asking about the price.
So he keeps asking about the price of things. What?
Oh, well, I'm sorry, my friend. I'd love to give you some more information and details about the questions you're asking, but, well, we have a strict rule of neutrality, a policy of trade. If you wish for answers, I can give them to you for a price. A consumer product, be traded, as it were.
As Ashwood is talking to Aidan, Aidan's kind of half listening, but he's looking down the bar at this frog in a jar, and you can sense the predatory aura coming out of it. And Ashwood can almost see like another. That's a kindred that's in a very, very, very vulnerable position, and there's another look of hunger and predatory look on Aidan's face, and he goes, "How much for the frog in the jar?"
He smiles. He gives a very strong left sort of handed smile that reaches across his face and goes, "Oh, that frog, well, disobeyed the rules. I have her for 5 days, as the rules stipulate. 3 days have gone by. I could let her go for the other 2. For a price, of course. Those are the rules."
So, you being the man of your word, you are going to let it go after 5 days.
He coughs, and again, you rolled successfully earlier, and he coughs and moans, and just, it's that sense he's compelled. He doesn't want to, but he just has to. Yes, and he nods like those are the rules. I obey the
Well-
rules. I agree to the rules. I am the rule.
Well then, let's forget about the fucking frog in the fucking jar then. Now, if I want to get any information off you, what do I have to pay, Ashwood?
As I said to a lot of your kind, and they're all a bit stuffy about the subject. A mere sampling of your blood. Kindred vitae is very rare these days in London. And a mere taste to certain other entities or individuals is, well, they'll pay a good price for it. A certain lizard creature considers your blood a bit of an aphrodisiac, just as a slight mention.
Be careful, I've heard it can be quite addictive.
That's good for business for me.
Well, as long as you haven't got any vampires back there plugged up to some fucking machine.
At that point, yes, of course, that's terrible. Terrible idea.
Well, it seems what you say is true. I mean, if I give you my blood, you're not going to do anything stupid with it. So, okay. How's this work? Do I just open my veins on the bar? What's going to go on here?
Oh, it's easy enough. Just place your hand on the bar. Whatever question you ask, I'm happy to trade one answer. Make sure you ask good. And for each answer is he lips his lips as he says this. A cost of vitae, as your kind would call it.
Okay. Actually, how many blood points have I got?
Yeah, work out how many blood points will minus until your next scene.
Okay. Well, I'm not going to go too crazy. Okay. Well, this is going to be an experience then.
And he just looks to you. So, what's your first question then? I keep doing Irish. What's your first question then?
What?
Yeah, I know. If you're doing Irish, I'm doing Irish. I'm again.
It's fluctuating Irish, whatever it is. Anyway.
Fluctuating Irish. Fluctuating Irish.
Okay. What about this? What wiped out the kindred of London?
And as you say that, you feel the blood that you always have control of, the blood, the essence that makes you. And you always demand it, you always control it, you flow it as you wish, as you demand it. But suddenly the blood is pulled from you, that essence, that part of you is pulled through you, through your hands. And it kind of goes into the bar. And it's sort of the blood seeps out of your fingernails, out of your tips of your fingers in your hand, and it seeps into the bar itself. And it's as if absorbed or evaporated into the bar. And as this happens, he looks to you and just smiles and just angels and demons, my friend. Angels and demons.
Angels and fucking demons.
That's the best description I can give you. Closer to angel than anything I could say, mate. But God's wrath on earth. Burning lights. I would have thought your kind would have figured that one out by now.
Well, believe it or not, we don't go up against the blessed and the cursed of God on a daily fucking basis, Ashwood.
He leans in really close to you. He leans in very close and just simply looks to you and points and goes, your kind pissed in the face of God. And an angel spoke, and your kind was wiped from the city. That's all I have to say on that matter.
Well, lucky for me, I'm not like the other kindred. I'm descended from a race of gods myself, so we're a bit better than the others.
Well, I can just simply say best luck to you on that one.
Okay, but still, it's another That was fucking weird, though.
You'll get used to it after a while, mate.
Don't make a fucking habit of it, Ashwood. Don't make a habit of it.
Oh, we used to have your kind in here all the time, trading a bit of blood.
Really? How many people ended up being Ash on the fucking bar stool?
Well,
What if your cup
happened
wants to
once.
take more than a fucking pint of blood out of my hand?
Look, there's only one person that was turned into ash. He decided to talk to an Inferni demon. That was his own fault.
Another fucking demon. What? Okay, well.
As I've said, we cater to all sorts here. He smiles again as if he's starting to realise that you are realising what this place is, like what sort of people come to these sort of places.
Okay then. So it's angels and demons, whatever they may be. Puts his hand on the bar again. Where do these angels and demons lie in London?
The same thing happens again. The blood drains from your
I don't like this at all. This is horrible. You don't even get the pleasurable sensation of being like sucked on by another vampire when this is happening. This is just
this is your blood being controlled for you, and it is so weird. It's so alien. You've never felt anything like this before. And even your beast. It's not him that's doing it. It's not Ashwood, the guy in front of you, that's doing it. It's the bar itself. And he smiles and nods as this is all happening. And looks to you. Sorry, just repeat the question. Just make sure.
You're not going to suck any more blood out of me, are you?
No. The blood has been. You've been sucked off, Lewis. You've been officially sucked off.
Where do the angels and demons lie in London? That's basically what he said. Well, where are they?
He covers one eye. He covers one of his blue eyes, and it seems more serious than his previous question. He covers one blue eye, and the eye that's shining quite bright. He looks around the bar, looks around. Shadow and hell delves in the college of knowledge, where the dragon sleeps and resides, the demon lies. In the place of heaven and cloud, reach high up to the sky, where you'll find the shard that dwells. And with that, as if he clicks out of something and just sort of shakes his head and looks to you.
As he said that, Aiden's going to take out his phone, and he's just going to go to notes, and he's going to write that down in his notes.
You don't have to. You could literally. You're quite old. I think you just make notes. You have a notebook with you.
Well, no, I'm just like I'm a man of the modern age. I adapt.
Modern whatever you can make notes in whatever manner you wish. So there you go.
And after he said this, and he breaks out of his trance, can't you just give me a fucking postcode or an address?
What the fuck do you think this is? The post office?
Well, I'm asking you a fucking question. You're meant to give me a fucking answer. I mean, but anyway, you gave me an answer. Thank you very much. Thank you.
He literally points to you and then points at the toad in the jar and taps it lightly. The frog ribbits quite excitedly as he does.
Okay, now then, I'm going to be fucking thirsty tomorrow night now, but puts his hand on the bar again.
Smiles even more as you do this. And he's more excited. He rubs his hands. He seems to rub his hands as if like waiting for the next question. He's quite excited.
Do the angels and demons have a weakness?
And again, this sort of wash of thought or senses sort of overwhelm him. And he closes his eyes. And then as he opens them, he goes, "Ah, a weapon. Oh, a weapon resides in London. Ancient and black, vile and thick. Shadow born, shadow made. Angel bane, angel bleed. This is the weapon you seek." And with that, his eyes kind of click and his face kind of focuses and looks back to you. And it's as if he's pondering the message you've even asked him, or the sort of the thing he's coming. And actually, even he's kind of a bit disturbed or anxious about what you've said. And because you rolled your successful empathy earlier, you can tell he's getting concerned. Your questions, as if your questions are provoking attention that he doesn't want.
Look, I can see the look of concern in his face now. It's like, that's me finished prodding today, and it's me finished giving your building blood as well. If it's possible for him to look any whiter, seeing his banshee, he's starting to look a bit whiter. He's looking a bit paler.
Ashwood just, he's as if his head is kind of, he's got a bit of a headache and he's like confused. His sinuses are playing up slightly. It's like, oh, I hate that bit. I fucking hate that bit. Look.
Anyway,
you Kindred always welcome here and fine here, and I'm always understanding of your questions, and I'm more used to the personal conflicts of people. But the stuff you're asking, well, it's above my pay grade, as it were. I think it's above yours and your kind.
Well, if I don't have angels and demons coming after my fucking ass, thank you very much for the information you gave me.
Just be warned, there are forces that not even I would want to approach. I can only wish you the best of luck, mate.
Thank you very much, Ashwood. The name's Aidan, by the way. Aidan Walsh, if I've not said it before.
Well, I hope to hear the name again, and not on a gravestone.
Well, thank you. Well, where did my friend go? Where's O'Bannon?
And with that, he just points, as if instantly knowing where your friends went, instantly knowing where everyone else is, and points to the dark corner of the room, as if it's designed to be dark. Stiffly said, ostentatious. And with that, we'll lead back to our scene with our other characters, as our main protagonist heads back to the dark corner of the room. And with that, we will lead back to our characters. You've kind of just sort of spoken to the Hound, and the highlights of what's happening in London. And as your uncle emerges, sits on the table.
So you broke up a little bit there, Dave.
Sorry, we'll say as Lewis, you being older.
Hayden.
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 Hayden. Waden. Smaden. Some dude turns up on the table.
Any day.
You know him. Aidan, yeah, sorry. The Hound continues.
Actually, when I was at the bar, could I see that there was O'Bannon, the Hound, and someone else?
Yes.
Okay. How much would it cost for me to buy a round of blood at the bar?
Now the first drink is free.
No, this one's not going to be free.
Course, yes. Depends on what you want. Cheap, good, or very good.
Oh, well, you know, don't go cheap. Very good's probably going to be quite expensive. The fucker's already had 3 blood points off me.
But you can use currency. It doesn't have to be blood. It can be currency.
Okay. Well, I inquired. Ashwood, how much for a round of drinks? Like the red stuff for my friends and my friends over there?
He'll answer back, normal red stuff. And it's the price is like 1 resource dot to get a good round of light drink.
Okay, now that's like,
it's a lot, but then again, vitae is something that's quite expensive.
Well, first impressions are always important. So I will spend a point of resource dot.
Okay.
Buy a round of
Point of
drinks.
You do buy a round of drinks for the group, and it does make a difference. It does make.
So yeah. So I've got my drinks, and yeah, and I'll can I have a tray as well? I don't want to drink. I don't want to drop this. This is quite fucking
Actually,
expensive.
you order the drinks, and the staff, these weird, like small girls, seem to just appear with the drinks on roller skates. They seem to emerge and just elegantly, just sort of, I don't know, just sort of drop the drinks or throw the drinks, and they just appear exactly where they need to be, or just happen to be where they are. And this is just before your arrival. It's perfectly timed. It's you paid a bit for this, but by God, the service is good.
Did they do any tricks as they whizzed around the bar?
Yes, tricks. They jump, they backflip, they do whatever. You know what? Whatever you wish them to do, that seems to happen. It's a bizarre thing. It's like the best service you've ever had in any establishment whatsoever. And with that, with the serious conversation with the Hound and the other two PCs, suddenly a round of drinks just appear. They just seem to just flop on your hand or flop in front of you. Their waitresses sing a sort of like song as they present that, and your favorite uncle sort of emerges from the corner of the shadow.
Do I know of this uncle?
Yeah, have I met Astrid before?
Yes, you've met both of these individuals before.
Okay.
Imagine the friendly version of the Hound.
Good cop, bad cop. Got it.
Yes, this is the Hound's younger brother, who though he's very angry with you, very thorough, very disapproving of you, for some reason he can't be with this individual. He's the awkward uncle that he can't seem to do any wrong, and thus Lewis, your PC's introduced.
As the drinks appear, Aidan will walk over to the table and go, "Could someone budge up so I could sit down? A pleasure to meet you all again."
Astrid will stand up and be like, "Aiden!" and give him a hug.
Long time no see.
Long time no see.
And with that, and hey, O'Bannon, enjoy your drink. This cost me a fucking lot of money, Daz.
Money is what you paid with.
Yes, I asked Astrid some questions about London. He wanted vitae for that, and I gave it to him, but today's been a very expensive evening. Blood and money.
You trusted that mage with your vitae, but you'd learn a bit more than that.
I think he's bound to this place in some way. He doesn't control it, it controls him. He has to follow the rules, he can't break them.
He snips, and he wants to say something, but he doesn't. He sort of turns away. And this is a reaction the younger kindred present know that he never does, but it seems to only do to his younger brother.
Listen, I think if we just obey the rules here, we should be fine. This is no Kindred Elysium by any means, but it is a safe place. No one breaks the rules here. Otherwise, you're
Or
not
they
that
pay
fucking
handsomely. As she looks back at the jar.
I even asked to buy the frog, but he wouldn't sell it to me. Apparently, he's going to stay at that for another 3 days, and then he'll come back to normal.
Oh, great. So we're not done with the Cappadocian yet.
There was a Cappadocian.
She's the Cappadocian that told me the information about Highgate. The involvement of the Enlightened there.
Well, trust the Cappadocian to know about a fucking cemetery.
Again, he laughs, and it's a genuine laugh. It's actually quite genuine.
Look, and I'm sorry. I've just given over some blood to the fucking bar. He lets me drink his drink. Again, he has another little mad moment where he just goes like, ah.
But the hound, the hound looks at you. You all know you're kind of bound to him and got sympathy and all that stuff. The hound just looks at you, and again, it's that look of a very serious man looking at a very silly man. It's just that sort of real anger, just like, God, I just want you to be serious one moment, and of course, but it makes him look more foolish. It makes him look more silly.
Hey man, you know, you need to let go of the beast sometimes and just enjoy it. So he drinks the glass.
We're here for a reason, brother. We're here to reclaim London.
I know.
You know
I
the
know.
banshee blood. You know the stories better than most here at this table.
We do. I do. But look, listen. What else did this Cappadocian say?
She told me some info. Told me about the enlightened involvement in Highgate. Gold, brother, gold. Like she's not seen. Enough to finance our interest in London. Enough to fortify ourselves in London.
Okay, gold.
It sounds silly when you say it out loud like that, but we're talking a lot here.
Oh. You can always get a good Invictus to change it into money for you.
We can't just bash our ways into London. Fight, influence. We need money. Unfortunately, our clan is a bit poor. Like, we can buy London for the amount we can steal from Highgate.
At the moment, there's nothing to buy London from what I can see. Although, from talking to the barkeep over there, it seems like this place is now being flooded with kindred.
That's another point I wanted to make. You need to be wary now. This Crimson Council that's taking charge of us all. They sent their agents here. My dear child sort of informed me about some of their intentions. We need to be careful, play by the rules. And at some point, if we conquer London, if we destroy this force that's dominating London, we can name ourselves Prince. A banshee Prince of London. Now, I don't care who claims that title, as long as it's a banshee.
Fine, that's good. I've not got a taste to be Prince myself, but I'm sure I could find someone to do it.
Stop making excuses, brother. Do something for the clan for once.
I'm the O'Sheen. I write down what happens so we can remember it forever and sing songs about it.
God, your head is in your books. Not enough in your fists.
How about we go and talk to my sire and you say that to his face?
That crazy fuck doesn't know what state it is, let alone what's happening.
He is a crazy fuck, I'll give you that, but he has moments of clarity.
Clarity that you only listen to. Give it time, brother. You'll give up just like me.
Did the Cappadocian happen to give you any information on the Enlightened themselves?
Just nonsense.
Sire.
It gives you a look. It's weird. He'll be very disapproving of you saying that to him straight away. But because he's having an argument with his brother, he doesn't quite acknowledge it. He doesn't quite recognize it.
I know, and Anakin kind of just tries to slip it in there really quick just to do like a quick subject change before the brothers go at it.
And he looks to you, and he actually talks to you like a person, which is weird because the Cappadocian never spoke to me about some nonsense about the martyrs. 3 of these bastards in charge. That's all. Meaningless. It's the kindred we need to worry about. This is open territory. This is London we can claim. London, what our clan has been trying to claim for the last 1,000 years.
Yes, sir, but I did figure out that the enlightened are not just mortals. Information that I got from the Bard Keep that I've been meaning to try to find some time to explain to you.
They are mortals, simpletons, pathetic. That's
Bestowed
all
with
you
some
need
sort
to
of gift
know.
that enabled them to take out the kindred from before.
It's the kindred we need to worry about. It's the
I
Deva we need to worry about. They're sliding their fingers back into London. That's your priority, not the enlightened. Do you understand, child?
Yes, sir.
With all due respect, brother, can I just put across what the barkeep just told me? That cost me about 3 pints of fucking blood.
Blood is blood. Tell me what you heard.
Okay, well, first of all, I asked him, what wiped out the kindred of London? And he said angels and demons. Angels and fucking demons? Then I asked him where they might be, and could you read out what you said before? And pretend I'm saying it.
I can't remember what it said.
Well, basically,
demons reside in the College of Knowledge. Angels reside in the Tower of the Shard. That's basically.
Okay. And then, did you make that up off the fly? I thought he was reading off a.
I did. Sheet. I made that off the floor, man. I'm serious fucking roleplay material.
Brava.
I am hardcore. No, yes, sir. I can't remember what I did. So there you go.
And finally, can you regurgitate what you said about the weapon?
As long as you say the magician's knob once more.
The magician's knob.
Harder.
The magician's knob.
I can't. Sorry, what was the question?
When I said, did they have a weakness? And you said it was something to do with. Oh, we can rewatch.
Yeah, basically, demon shadows, weapon forged from the shadow, weapon forged from the depths. The bane to the light, bane to the angel. And this is what we said. A weapon seems to be the theme of that entry.
So I say all this. Brother, I do think you're right in that the kindred are here to take back London, but we have to remember that something took out all the kindred here 10 years ago. That's not a little feat to do. Now, kindred to kindred, they're going to fight amongst themselves. And knowledge is power. If we know where these things are and what they can do, maybe we can use that to help get rid of the other kindred here.
He gets angry. That face, the face you all know, the face you've all seen before. And he looks at you and just simply goes, there are no angels, there are no demons, just men, just women, and the blood. The Deva are responsible for this sin. What killed the kindred was their own stupidity, their own fucking arrogance. We will not be subject to that. We will get the gold, we will get the resources, the people, and we will run London. We will control our homeland. And you three need to get that through your goddamn skulls.
And as the hound berates Aiden, Aiden will take a deferential position and like go, fine, fair enough, brother, fair enough, hound. You're the war chief, and you're speaking sense. And to be perfectly honest, I have got no problems taking out other kindred, especially the fucking Deva.
Good.
Maybe we can consume a few ourselves to make ourselves more powerful, if we can get them by themselves.
Now that's the talk I want to hear. Reclaim the blood. It's ours. Always has been. He stands up as he's saying all this, and he kind of twitches his neck, and sort of, as if he's trying to deal with something. And he's had enough. You can tell he's downed his drink. He's had enough. And he kind of just turns. He fluffs his coat. He raises his sort of the raincoat he's wearing. Raises the collars high, and he kind of walks away. Very slowly. He's making a point of the fact he's in charge. You obey him. And at this point, as he walks away, he touches each of you on the shoulder, on the shoulder. And it's a very friendly way to his children. Both of these children, in a way of, I can't deal with emotions, but I'm going to just touch you in a sense of reassurance that I'm here. I understand. But when he comes close to your PC, Lewis, to Aberdeen.
Hayden.
Sorry, Hayden. He leans in close and just simply whispers something to you, which I will give you a private message. And at that point, he will walk away and leave you three to your talk. And I'll just give you the message right now.
Okay. You're going to do it via FB message?
Yeah, Facebook message.
Cool.
So this is a whisper, and none of the players can understand it. It's only up to, and that's it. And then with that, he walks away from the bar and walks away from the scene.
As he whispers into Aiden's ear, the other two banshees will notice Aiden actually. For a moment, he actually looks generally fearful, like he's scared, like he's shocked and scared, and then his composure will come back, and he'll just take a deep breath, even though he doesn't need to. It's like an old reaction of just like breathing in after you hear something shocking, and then he'll just look up as the hound walks away.
And then he what? Sorry.
Okay.
I'll look up as the hound walks away.
So he's on, I guess, cemetery. The enlightened do sound kind of dangerous.
Focus on the kindred for now. But always keep in mind that the enlightened took out the kindred before somehow. That does not make us indestructible.
The enlightened are going to come back at some point. For some reason, they want this city and they don't want us in it. But it's best to do what Josiah says. He's the war chief, and we do what he says. It's not to say we can't. Well, let's just say sometimes what he doesn't know won't hurt him as long as it doesn't hurt the clan. But Highgate it is. We do need money.
Highgate it is.
And we do need to shore ourselves up against the other fuckers out there. Do any of them know that there's banshee in the city? Do any of the other kindred know that there's banshee in the city?
Not as far as me. The sheriff didn't get that far.
Chef doesn't know I'm a banshee. He thinks I'm a deva. That he knows they know banshee are in the city.
He just knows I'm Carthian.
Well, It's a sad fact of life that the nearest clan to us are the Daver, so we can most likely pass off as them with our gifts. So, if pressed, say a Daver, but if you don't have to say nothing, say nothing. And covenants, yeah, doesn't matter. There's no covenants in this fucking city anyway. If you're Carthian, that means you could start the entire Carthian movement here if we win.
I know. I want to check out Carthian territory just for shits and giggles, side trips, like when we're not busy with Highgate.
James Master, do we know about the other? Do our characters know about Shunt and that it was Carthian, or is that just we have to find out about that? Is that?
I thought he said we did in the messages. I'd have to check.
Okay.
It is a BRB in the side chat.
Dave.
He said he would be right back. I just don't know.
Would we know? Would we know about
a magical, mystical adventure? Sorry, how can I help you?
Would we know about the other places of interest? We've been told to go to Highgate. Would we know about the shop? Because
yes,
because our little sister there, she's Carthian. So would she have knowledge about the
basically, it's a general rumor amongst kindred and other people and other entities you speak of, and you know of the Carthian, the old Shunt Club, and the Carthian tunnels influence all of London. And you know it's near the Shard, which is somewhat dangerous now because you've all kind of gone near the Shard, and it's as if sunlight is emitting from the Shard itself, which is quite dangerous. But you know there must be ways to get to the Shunt Club secretly underground. And you know there must be some secrets. They seem to be covering the Shard and hiding it from the mortals. For whatever reason, you're not sure. But with Highgate Cemetery, the Hound has informed you about it. We've also heard rumours of Highgate Cemetery that it used to be, yes, it was a La Sanctum sanctuary, a place where the religious kindred, the crazed kindred, would use to pray to help them with their curse or inform them about the curse. And it's a graveyard that's built upon many churches, both pagan and Catholic, Protestant or whatever. But you have knowledge of the fact that it's not abandoned. The enlightened seem to be building there, seem to be investing in structures there. You're not sure, you're unaware. Those are the two main places for you.
Silly question. Would we be scared of faith as something that could hurt us? Would that be a thing?
No,
I mean,
that's a character thing. That's a character thing. Entirely up to you. Banshees, it's all about the dead for you, and you are more attuned to death. You're more drawn to death. You're more focused on death. But that's entirely up to character. PCC. So I'll leave that entirely up to you.
Well, the Hound told us to go to Highgate Cemetery, so we go to Highgate Cemetery and we get the gold. And we find out what else is there. I mean, we're fucking banshees. We can feel the dead passing. We'll probably feel something there. Maybe we can snap one of them out of thin air and chat to them.
Sounds like a plan.
And then after that, we can... Well, our little Carthian sister here, it doesn't have to be a side project. We can actually go. The things I've heard, it's basically the cemetery, these, I don't know, some fucking place, some nightclub near London fucking Bridge. That's near the fucking Shard, which we don't want to go near at all, especially after what that barkeep has told us over there. So, fine, one step at a time. You can't eat an elephant all at once. So, Highgate Cemetery it is. Should we agree to meet at a certain time and place? I, for one, need to go home, try and get to my fucking haven before that fucking moon burns my fucking face, sleep off the day, and then wake up and fucking feed.
Okay.
Probably for better. Let's decide on a place and time.
Okay, we can do that.
Yep.
Well, anyway, I don't think I've got your contact numbers. Anyway, so he'll take out his phone and he'll just like,
Oh my god, he's come to the 21st century.
yeah, no business cards for this bastard. I'll tell you that much.
Oh, the sheriff was handing him out.
It's a homeland phone number. It's a homeland. It's not a mobile. It's like something.
Oh, no.
No, it's a smartphone.
Oh yeah, is it WhatsApp address? Yeah, it's WhatsApp. It's WhatsApp. Yeah.
Basically, I'll do it so we can actually connect. We can talk. We can connect by wire or ether, whatever. Okay, well, it's been a pleasure to see you two again. It's always nice to see the hound's children.
Pleasure to see you, Uncle. Still adamant
Yeah.
I'm calling you Uncle.
You can call me Uncle. I'm fine with that.
Okay.
But anyway, little niece, little nephew, then.
That works.
I'll speak to you another time.
All right.
And be careful. Like, if you buy around here, it's really fucking expensive. And then with that, I'll just go.
And with that, we happily entertain with our three banshees as they leave the Magician's Knob with new information, new instructions, and new feelings. I hope to see you soon. I hope you enjoyed the show.